What's up, guys, and welcome to another reaction video. Today we're reacting to Jeff the Killer's story. This is going to be like a 3, maybe 4-part series. So I hope you guys like it.
An excerpt from a local newspaper. Ominous unknown. Killer is still at large. After weeks of unexplained murders, an ominous killer is still on the rise. After little evidence has been found, a young boy states he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells his story. I had a bad dream and woke up in the middle of the night, he says. I saw for some reason my window was open, even though I remember closing it before I went to bed.
I wonder why.
I got up and shut it once more.
Okay.
Afterwards, I simply crawled underneath the covers and tried to get back to sleep. That's when
I like
had
your
a strange
eyeshadow, dude.
feeling,
I really like it.
someone was watching me. I looked up and nearly jumped out of my bed. There, in a little ray of light, illuminated between my curtains, were a pair of two eyes. They weren't regular eyes. They were dark and
How are there any kind of regular eyes?
ominous eyes. They were bordered by black and it just plain out terrified me. That's when I saw his mouth. A long, horrendous smile that made every hair on my body stand up. The figure stood there, watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said it. A simple phrase, but said in a way only a madman could speak. He said, "Go to sleep."
Yeah, go to sleep when there's a guy standing on top of me on my bed. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna do.
I let out a scream. That's what sent him at me. He pulled up a knife, aiming it at my heart. He jumped from the top of my bed. I fought him back. I kicked, I punched, I rolled around, trying to knock him off of me. That's when my dad burst in. The man threw the knife. It went to my dad's shoulder. The man probably would have finished him off if one of my neighbors hadn't alerted the police. They drove into the parking lot and ran towards the front door. The man turned and ran down the alleyway. I heard a smash like breaking glass. As I came out of my room, I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house was broken. I looked at him to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing. I would never forget that face.
I mean, I'd have a hard time forgetting that face too. I mean, I like your Joker smile, dude, but I hope you, and I like your eyeshadow too. And where'd you get the face paint? I want some.
Those cold, evil eyes, and that psychotic smile, they'll never leave my head. The police are still on the look for this man. If you see anyone who fits the description of the story, please contact your local police department. Jeff and his family had moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten a promotion at work. They had thought it would have been best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother Luke couldn't complain though. A new, better house. What's not to love?
How does this person know about this kid's history? He just tried to kill you. How do you know who he is?
As they were getting unpacked, one of their neighbors came by. "Hello," she said. "I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you." "Well, I just wanted to introduce myself and to introduce my son." She turned around and calls over her son. "Billy, these are our new neighbors." Billy said hi and ran back to play in his yard. "Well," said Jeff's mom, "I'm Margaret, and this is my husband Peter, and my two sons."
Those names aren't stereotypical at all.
Jeff and Lou. They both introduced themselves, and then Barbara invited them over to his son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object when their mother said they'd love to. When Jeff and his family were done packing, Jeff went up to his mom. "Mom, why did you invite us to some kid's party? If you haven't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid." Jeff.
Me. Me when my family does stuff like that. Oh geez, I accidentally did that.
His mother said, "We just moved here. We should show that we want to spend some time with our neighbors. Now, we're going to that party, and that's final. Jeff started to talk, but he stopped himself, knowing he couldn't do anything. Whenever his mom said something, it was final. He walked up
Again, how do you know this? You only met him when he tried to kill you.
his room and plopped down onto his bed. He sat there looking at his ceiling, when suddenly, he got a weird feeling. Not so
Kind
much
of
as
weird
pain,
feeling.
but a weird feeling. He dismissed it as some random feeling. He heard his mother call down to him to get his stuff, and he walked down to get it. The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to go get breakfast, and got ready for school. As he sat there eating breakfast, he once again got that feeling. This time it was stronger. It gave him a slight tugging pain, but again he dismissed it. As he and Lou finished breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. They sat there waiting for the bus, and then all of a sudden, some kid on a skateboard jumped over them, only inches above their laps. They both jumped back in surprise. Hey, what the hell? The kid landed and turned to them. He kicked his skateboard up and got it in his hands. This kid had to be about 12, a year younger than Jeff. He wears an Aeropostale shirt.
So Jeff is 13 years old then? He looks like he's like 27, or no, 21.
And ripped blue jeans. Well, it looks like we got some new meat. Suddenly, two other kids appeared.
There are so many different dirty jokes that I could make with that. New meat.
One was super skinny, and the other was huge. Well, since you're new here, I'd like to introduce ourselves. Over there is Keith. Jeff and Lou looked over to the super skinny kid. He had a dopey face that you'd expect a sidekick to have.
A dopey face that you'd expect a sidekick to have. I wonder what that is. I wonder what that would look like.
And here's Troy. They looked over to the fat kid. Talk about a tub of lard. This kid looked like he hadn't had any exercise since he started crawling. And I, the first kid said, I'm Randy. Now, for all the kids in this neighborhood, there's a small price for bus fare, if you catch my drift. Lou stood up, ready to punch the lights out of the kid's eyes, when one of the friends pulled out a knife.
These kids are like 12 and 13. Why are they playing with knives? I mean, threatening to stab each other. Where are the parents? I have so many questions. Where are the parents?
I hope you'd be more cooperative. It seems we'll have to do this the hard way. The kid walked up to Lou and took out his wallet. Jeff got that feeling again. Now, it was truly strong. A burning sensation. He stood up, but Lou gestured for him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid. Listen here, you little punk. Give me back my bro's wallet or else. Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife. Oh, and what will you do? Just as he finished that sentence, Jeff popped the kid in the nose.
Oh,
as
get
Randy
wrecked,
reached
kid.
for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrists and broke it. Randy screamed and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand.
That sounds like some
Troy and
anime
Keith
stuff.
rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground, and Keith lashed at him.
I feel like this
and
would
Jeff
make a
ducked
great
and stabbed
movie.
him in the arm. Keith dropped his own knife and fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed him too. But Jeff didn't need the knife. He just punched Troy straight in the stomach and Troy went down. As he fell, he puked all over. Lou couldn't do nothing but look at Jeff in amazement. Jeff, how'd you... That's all he said. They saw the bus coming up when they knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing. So they started running as fast as they could. As they ran, they looked back and saw the bus driver rushing over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Lou made it to school, they didn't dare tell what happened. All they did was sit and listen. Lou just thought of his brother beating up a few kids. But Jeff knew it was more. It was something scary. as he got the feeling